Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has again been forced to defend his response to the bushfire crisis.
There's been a lot of commentary. There's been plenty of criticism. I've had the benefit of a lot of analysis on a lot of issues. But I can't be distracted by that. And the public, I know, are not distracted by that.
Roughly 200 fires are burning across the country. After a warm and dry winter, the fire season began early. Emergency crews have been working to exhaustion. But as Tom Hanson reports, some feel the political response has fallen short.
Because our town doesn't have a lot of money, but we have hearts of gold, Mr. Prime Minister.
Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison was forced to cut short a visit to a fire-stricken community after he was heckled by local residents. Last week, 2 people lost their lives in the town of Cobargo in rural New South Wales. Many others have lost their homes.
People are angry. I understand it. People have suffered great loss. People are hurting. People are raw. That's what happens in natural disasters.
But this isn't the first time Australians have expressed anger at their leaders' handling of the bushfire crisis. Just 2 weeks ago, Morrison apologized for being on vacation in Hawaii with his family while his country burned.
I've obviously returned from leave, and I know that that has caused some great anxiety in Australia, and Jenny and I acknowledge that.
Now, even lawmakers of his own party are speaking out, with one state representative saying the Prime Minister needs to open his checkbooks and help the country rebuild.
I didn't even know he was coming, and I haven't had a call from him. So to be honest with you, the locals probably gave him the welcome that he probably deserved.
But the Prime Minister wasn't the only notable absence during the worsening disaster. The state lawmaker who oversees New South Wales emergency services returned home Friday after cutting short a European vacation, posting, quote, "My absence was inexcusable. I should have put my rural fire service family first."
I came back to step up, not step down.
Criticism hasn't just been limited to party infighting. A former New South Wales fire commissioner has slammed Morrison for failing to prepare for the fire disaster. Greg Mullins wrote to Morrison in April and again in May, warning of the impending bushfire season and requesting an urgent meeting to discuss funding for firefighters and action to address climate change. Many of the thousands of Australian firefighters battling the blazes are volunteers. In the final days of 2019, Morrison conceded to criticism, announcing volunteer firefighters in New South Wales will receive compensation. Tom Hanson, CBS News, New York.